Hello all and welcome, and I am the Realist Philosopher, and in this video I would like to talk about some truly disturbing video footage I came across of a school bus driver essentially robbing one of her students who's on her bus, literally stealing his hat, ripping it right off his head because, you guessed it, it was a Maga hat and she just doesn't like Donald Trump. So it's okay to virtually assault little kids and steal their shit. Take a look at this.
Take that trash. Boy, if you don't take that hat off on this bus, take it off.
What?
Take that hat off.
What?
Take the hat off.
I can't wear a hat?
No, take that hat off. Take it off now. Put it in your backpack.
She threatened me with the referral. She threatened to turn the bus around. You know, I said, write me up. I didn't do anything wrong. And then she yanked my hat off. It was crazy.
A written statement given to us by the Martin County Sheriff's Office. She says she is sorry about what she did. She hopes the student will forgive her.
Look at this. Wow, look at that handwriting. That's horrible. I know she ain't no doctor driving a bus. How's that handwriting so bad? Usually only doctors have handwriting that freaking bad. Good Lord. Let's read this. Gunner got on the bus. He had on a Trump hat. I asked him to take it off. Why? You have no right to make some kid take a hat off. Is there something about no hats on a bus? I've never heard this before. And he found it to be a joke. I guess it was hat day. We did not know. I asked him numerous times to take it off. Why? See, this is really, really the scary thing in America, that the authority figures in America, that politicians, that's one scary thing, that these people have become authority figures. They set an example. You got crazy people like Maxine Waters running around telling Democrats, telling crazy leftists, because they're the only ones nutty enough to do stuff like this, to assault people in public, harass people in public. If you see somebody wearing a Trump hat, confront them. Get in their face. Yeah. And of course, these people oftentimes go one step further, like that guy in that one restaurant who threw his drink on some kids and stole their hat. This kind of harassment has become normalized. Did this woman get arrested for theft? No. Yeah, he asked him numerous times to take it off, as if he's supposed to. Right? See, the language here is very important. The casual way she just tosses it off. Of course I asked him to take it off, is obviously her attitude. He was wearing a Maga hat, for goodness sake. Of course I asked him to take it off. Everybody knows that's the right thing to do, so I just don't know why he didn't take it off. I'm so puzzled. They're living in a completely different reality, apparently, except really, that's what people are led to believe, but the truth of the matter is, it's us. People who can think logically, critically, reasonably, they're actually living in a different reality. We haven't woken up to the fact yet that this is the new normal. That in fact, you can be assaulted, you can be robbed simply by wearing the wrong hat or the wrong shirt or saying the wrong thing. And to these people, it's perfectly acceptable. This is the new normal, people. And people like this lady get away with it because it's the accepted, politically correct narrative that the majority of people in power believe. So I asked him numerous times to take it off. So when he got to the back of the bus, I asked him again. He laughed, so I gently took it off his head. We know that's not true. Listen to her tone of voice. She definitely wasn't gentle. And by the way, what the hell gives you the right to put your hands on this kid or any of his freaking property? You're there to drive a bus, sweetheart. This is what I've always said. These leftists, they will use their jobs to push their politically correct narrative. They don't care if it costs them their jobs. They don't even think about the future because they're grounded in their emotions. They have no self-control, no ability to defer gratification, which also means no ability to look forward into the future and predict the future consequences of their present actions. So her finger's covering up the rest. Okay, yeah. She's essentially trying to minimize what she did, make it seem like no big deal. All right, let's continue. There's more. This isn't the only incident on this tape. There's some others here.
She also says she overreacted.
I will give an anxiety attack. Take that off. Or exactly, see? What? Oh, you want to build a wall? You want to build a
Whoa, he's getting attacked. Did you see that? One student didn't even went for a punch. They punched him. It's just that his back was in front of the camera so you couldn't see the fist connecting. That's nuts. What's with these kids? What do these kids know about politics? What are these 11, 12-year-olds? They don't know jack shit. They're just parenting what mommy and daddy say and what their teachers say. You see, kids, young people, they follow the example of their authority figures. Professors, teachers in this case. I wouldn't really call them teachers. Political figures, pundits on TV who play to their emotions. And of course, these people have been raised in an atmosphere, in a society which caters to, panders to them, and focuses on teaching them to only listen to their emotions, and it doesn't teach them how to think for themselves. So by default, they're going to be emotional beings. This is crazy stuff.
Get off each other!
Now, look at this. Black teacher. This is assault.
Lena, you're just like...
What the hell? So the teacher, she pulled a flag off the back of his chair and tries to shove it down his shirt. That's assault. You don't get to put your hands on other people in the United States of America. I don't care if they're your students or whatever. Unless y'all banging them, unless you're going down on them, which in this case, there ain't no student alive that wants this big, fat, burly broad going down on them. It's assault. What is she thinking? Did she lose her job? I bet she didn't, because you know what? Her boss, the principal, and the superintendent of schools were both probably leftists, because something like 12-1 leftists compared to conservatives in academia. So you can be fairly certain that her boss is a nut job just like her. Wow. Okay, so she's draping it over his head, wrapping it around his head. Oh my God, she then called him sexist and racist. Are you kidding me? So in addition to physically assaulting him, all you have to do is put your hand on somebody for it to be physical assault. She's also shaming him in front of the class while at the same time virtue signaling by shaming him, proclaiming her moral superiority to the world. Well, her students. It's now the world, of course, because this video has gone viral. I hope she was fired. If she wasn't fired, then we're in a really sorry state right now in America. The incident occurred at Tab High School, I missed that, in Yorktown, Virginia. Virginia! What is this low IQ moron doing as a teacher? What is this low IQ moron lady doing as a teacher? Clearly, very low IQ, doesn't think about the future consequences of her actions, no ability to defer gratification. She just acts on her emotions, typical leftist. Yet you're so brave, honey. You're so brave. Inflicting your activism on a child, a poor, helpless, defenseless child who can do nothing back, who cannot do a darn thing to stop you from assaulting him and shaming him. And of course, now, no matter how popular he is, all these other students will follow the teacher's example. And they will now shame him. They will now call him a racist and a sexist. And she's essentially ruined his life at school. Kids can be incredibly cruel. They can be incredibly evil to each other, given an excuse. And this woman just gave it to them. If I were this kid, I would sue her. I would sue the pants off this freaking school for millions of dollars. I would get this broad fired. Now, who is this black guy? Is that a beard? He looks like a school official, perhaps. At first, I thought maybe a hall monitor or something, but it looks like he's got a full beard on his face, minus a mustache. Looks like he might have a Muslim beard. He's wearing a yellow vest. And I'm thinking he's school staff. School staff robbing a child. Well, I shouldn't be surprised. We just had a bus driver at the beginning stealing some kid's hat. Whoa, what did he just do? Flick the hat off the kid's head. You know, He could have hit the kid in the face very easily by accident doing that. Of course, it was no accident that he swung his hand upward and knocked the hat off the kid's face. So, again, could have very easily struck the kid in the face. And I doubt he would have minded or cared because, of course, he's justified to do that because this kid's a racist, you know, and it's okay to punch racists because they're the evil other, you see. Just like the Jews were cast as the evil other in Nazi Germany. So it was perfectly okay to assault them because the evil other is always cast as subhuman, non-human, in fact. And if someone's not human, well, you can treat them the same way you would a chicken or a duck or a dog. In fact, I would guarantee you that these leftist people, especially this one right here, who's treating this kid so badly, he would probably be nicer to a dog than he is this kid. And now he's grabbed this kid's flag, and, of course, we know what he's going to do. So a student wearing a Maga hat is assaulted for showing support for President Trump. Assaulted by who? It looks like a school official. I mean, unless this kid is a really, really, really mature 16, 17, 18-year-old, which is possible, I guess.
Go get him. Go get him. I don't care. You'll rip it off, I can burn it. Which one you want? Which one you want? Stick, man. Make it motherfucker's back. I'm gonna rip it, bro. Hey, if you take it off. Which one you want? Let me take it off. Take this shit off. Take this shit off.
Whoa! So essentially, he goes buck wild, nut, total whack job, starts yanking, cranking on that friggin' flag, essentially becoming very, very aggressive. Who is this guy? I want to know who this guy is. He doesn't look like a student. It's a very bad picture, by the way. I apologize. But just from what I can see, this looks like a full-grown adult, essentially ripping shit out of a kid's hand. I don't know if you can make the case for assault for knocking the hat off that kid's head, but I think you probably could. At least some kind of misdemeanor charge. Certainly harassment. This is crazy.
Take that shit off.
So he ripped it out of his hand, threw it on the ground, told him to pick it up. It's just an act of dominance. Yeah, we need more of these people in America. Yeah. Whoa, what is this? What is this? Some gang of... It seems that there is no place safe for someone to show support for Trump. Wow. This is crazy. This is the kind of witch hunt you get, this kind of mob mentality. This kind of mob mentality where people tend to feed off each other. And the effect grows exponentially. Oh, my God. So they stole somebody's hat and burned it. Wow, what has happened to America? What do they think they're fighting for? What do they think they're accomplishing? I don't get it. I mean, are their lives so full of nihilism? Is there such a lack of meaning in their existence that robbing somebody's hat and burning it makes them feel like heroes, revolutionaries? Okay.
See this right here? This is the problem. Ignorant people like this. I'm just trying to sit here and eat a nice meal. Look at it. Yeah, you see this? You see this?
She put her hands on his head and tried to rip the hat off his head. You know why? Because it's been all over the news, this happening. And people are not being punished. People are not being prosecuted for this obvious assault. So those watching the news and seeing the media report on it but not admonish these people in any real way, they figure, well, the media is giving their tacit approval and these people are getting away with it. And lots of people are doing this, so I'll do it too. Sure.
People like that. That's the problem. It's the problem with America these days. People are just ignorant. They want to lash out on people who are educated. Rosie's not.
This woman was later questioned by police after the incident.
Doing too hot right now. I don't know what happened. She just tried to grab my hand in front of 4 officers. Not smart.
Authorities later found out she had been in the States illegally. Well, she's a real genius, isn't she? Boy, oh boy, if I was in the... Well, of course, then again, I guess if you are illegally in America for, holy crap, 25 years, I guess you figure you can pretty much get away with anything, right? You've been breaking the law for a quarter century. Nobody can touch me. I guarantee you this says much more about America's lack of enforcement of immigration laws than it does about this woman's intelligence, because she just got herself deported. It's great. Well, maybe. Who knows, right? If there's a deportation order or not. Knowing how America's immigration system works, probably not. But anyway, let's continue.
There she is, getting cuffed.
I guess that explains why she don't like Trump too much. Oh, she's getting cuffed! Oh, I thought she didn't get arrested. Oh, all right, great, great.
Have a nice night in the cell, Rosie.
What the hell is you see of crackers with Make America Great hat on?
Oh, it's the black Israelites. Oh, they called these kids crackers, yeah. But these poor white kids who are waiting for a bus are the racists. This is the Covington school kid scandal with Nathan Phillips, the fake Native American alleged meth head, not Vietnam veteran, essentially harassing these kids.
A video showing a confrontation between the high school students, including junior Nick Sandman, and an Omaha elder Nathan Phillips, went viral and sparked outrage.
Oh, it's a white guy actually fighting back after getting robbed. That needs to happen more, people. You need to find your balls and fight back against these people. I don't care if they're black, white, Latino that assault you. Go after them with gusto. You got to stand up for yourself or people will walk all over you. Don't be a friggin' doormat like some of these people were, like that kid who got that flag ripped out of his hand in that hallway and tossed on the ground by that black guy who may or may not have been 25 or older. He looked much older. I would have jumped on that freaking guy and pummeled his ass. I don't care how much bigger he was than me. You're not going to treat me like that. Poor kid. Probably didn't have a daddy. Probably no daddy. Probably being raised by a single mommy. That's why he didn't fight back. So sad. Anti-Trump protesters attack a man with a Maga hat. Are you kidding me? See, this is the left. They're a bunch of freaking cowards. Come at me one-on-one, mofo. Okay? You don't like my friggin' hat. You don't like my shirt. Do something about it. But why do you have to enlist all these other people? You're such a freaking coward that you can't stand alone. Well, of course, these people, you know, they're like a beehive, like ants. They really don't know how to act individually. And again, they're fucking cowards. Look at this. He's got to run for his life. And he gets knocked down.
First of all, it was like a male feminist came and
Unknown individual throws liquid at Trump supporter.
stomped on my hand. I was trying to get your hat because he threw your hat.
You took my hat right off.
I can't wear a hat? No, take that hat off. Take it off now. Put it in your backpack.
There's what I was talking about before, right? Hey, that guy looks a lot like the one in the hallway that yanked that flag out of the kid's hand. At least the beard sort of matches. Oh, my God.
You ain't supporting shit,
What has happened to America? You can't even wear a friggin' hat. You know, it used to be that Americans could agree to disagree. It used to be that no matter what our political differences, no matter what our differences in view might have been, we had common courtesy. Not respect, because respect is earned, not given. But you were given common courtesy. You were treated decently and fairly, the exact same way you would want to be treated. Things used to be civil to a certain extent. Sometimes bad shit happens, but not on this scale. Not to the scale where it is essentially being promoted by what seems to be the majority of politicians, certainly the majority of Democrats and the media and the academic system, because most of the stories we just saw here happen in schools. Which ought to tell you a little something about where this stuff's coming from, the source that is, and why the government wants your kid in public school in the first place, so that they can indoctrinate him, become the mother, become the father, so that you have no power, you have no control. Of course, you know, since the majority of kids now, it seems like, or at least half of them, are being raised by single moms anyway, there isn't much parenting going on in that house anyway. Government wants to raise your kid, they want to indoctrinate them, and you have to follow the politically correct narrative, or you're going to get bashed over the friggin' head. But it didn't used to be this way. And I really do fear that this is just going to escalate more and more and more until we reach a point where there are mobs in the streets trolling for people to beat down, beat up just based on their race or clothing or because they were wearing glasses like the Khmer Rouge in Cambodia, who killed millions of their own citizens, many of them just because they wore glasses, which they saw, ignorantly I might add, as a sign of intelligence. Oh, the intelligentsia must go because they promote inequality, which really means, they're very smart, we're very stupid, which is evidenced by the fact that we want to beat the crap out of them and kill them because they're wearing glasses. What could be stupider than that, right? And so, they're very smart, we can't compete with them, so they got to go. Yeah. That's how leftists get equality. Chop you off at the freaking knees, go after the smart people, go after the productive, the rich. And either steal their shit or steal their lives. And I'm quite afraid that this is just the beginning of that. And that as more and more of these people from countries that hold these very same types of views come into America, that as they come in through their vote, that they are going to fundamentally transform America into something very much resembling the third world shitholes that they come from. Shitholes that have very specific policies and mandates for persecuting the exact types of people who were attacked and persecuted by some of the mobs in this video simply for having a different opinion, a different view of things. Oh, how I wish we could go back to the days when you could have a civil conversation with someone, even if you were diametrically opposed to their point of view. I fear those days are gone, never to come back, and I fear we are heading headlong for the cliff, and at the bottom is a full-blown communist state. I am the realist philosopher, and I wish you a good day. I don't know that I can have one after watching this. Take care.